In this video, we will start adding a second text field, okay? As you guys can see here, for a second text field, we have this password, okay? And here we can enter a password, okay? And if we tap on this icon, it will toggle it, okay? So we can see the password or hide it, okay? And here we have a leading icon, and we also have a trailing icon, okay? So as I said, in this video, we will see step by step how to accomplish this one, okay? So let us put this guy here, okay? And for our password, as you guys can see, it's pretty similar to our email text field, okay? So what we can do, we can simply come here and copy this, okay? This is our email text field. So we can copy this and paste it down here, okay? And here for our image, okay, because as you guys can see, we still have this pencil image, but we don't want this, okay? The image we want now is this lock icon, that field, okay? And as you guys can see, we are able to see our icon, okay? And here for a placeholder, we don't want this enter your email anymore, but what we want, as you guys can see, if I remove this, you have this password here, okay? So here is gonna to be password here, and we also want another bindable, okay? So here we can go up here and simply copy this and paste it, and now we need this password, and we can copy this password. And if you go down here, instead of this email, we want to provide this password, okay? And of course, we will have an error for a preview because we are now missing this argument, so we can hit on this fix, okay? And here for our password, we can also provide the constant, and we can say that we want an empty string, okay? So normally everything should be okay for a preview, okay? And now what we want to do, we want to add this trailing icon, okay? And it's gonna to be similar to this leading icon, okay? So what we can do, we can simply come here and we can copy this image, okay? So if we copy this, and then after our text field, we want to paste this image, okay? And as you guys can see, we are able to see our image, but now we want to change the name of our image, okay? So here, instead of this lock that fail, the image we want is this isle that fail, okay? And normally we are supposed to see our icon, okay, as you guys can see. And with that, visually everything looks exactly as our finished app, okay? But now we have to work on our logic, okay? Because as you guys can see here, if I enter something, okay, and I hit on this icon, we're able to see our password, okay? And if I hit it again, it will hide our password, okay, which is the normal behavior for a password text field, okay? So how can we accomplish this? Well, in order to accomplish this, what we need here, we need to create a state variable, okay? So we will call it show password, okay? So it's gonna to be add state private var show password, and for the type we want it to be a boolean, and by default we want it to be false, okay? Now that we have this, what we can do, we can start with this icon, okay? So what we want to do, every time we tap on this, okay, on this icon, we want to switch it to this icon, okay, this eyes with a slash, okay? So in order to accomplish this, what we can do here, if we come back on this image, what we can do, we can cut this, okay? And what we need to add a button, okay? So button, and here for a button, what we want to add an action, okay? So if we select this action with label, okay, and here for action, what we want to say, we want to say that every time we click on this button, what we want to get a show password, okay, and we simply want to toggle it, okay? So by toggling it, every time that right now our show password is false, so if we click on it, it will become true, okay? And now for a label, instead of this text, what we want to simply have this image, okay? And now every time we tap on this show password will toggle, okay? And now we want to specify that here for this for the name of our image, what we want, if this show password, if this is true, we want to provide another image, okay, or another icon, okay? So we can copy this and paste it here. And here for the name of this icon, we can say this we can set this to I that slash that field. Okay, so if this is true, we want this icon. Okay, and if this is false, we want this all that field. Okay, and let's see if we hit on this guy. As you can see, we have this icon with a slash. I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay, so here we have this it's a different icon. Okay, maybe you can see it on the preview. So if this one is false, okay, we want this one, okay, without the slash, which is the default one. Okay, because by default we want to hide the value of this password field. Okay, so if this one is false, we want to set it to this icon. Okay, but when we tap on it, we want this icon with a slash. Okay, and that's exactly what we did here. So everything is working perfectly. As you guys can see, if we tap on it, it will simply toggle. Okay, and now what we want to say, we want to hide this because by default this is just a text field. Okay, so we are not hiding the value here. Okay, but we are supposed to hide the value for our password. So the way I found to do this, here for a text field, what we can do, here we can add an if. So if this show password, if this is true, only when this is true, we want to show this text field. Okay, so we can cut this and put it here. So if the value is true, we want to set it, we want to add this text field. Okay, but if it's false, okay, what we want to add something called a secure field. Okay, so it's gonna to be secure field, and yeah, we want the same placeholder and this same text. Okay, so if we copy this and we simply paste it, now every time that this is false, okay, so the default one is false, remember the default one is false, so every time this is false, we will have a secure field. Okay, and because this field is secure, now if we tap or enter anything, as you can see, it will hide whatever we enter. Okay, and if we hit on this one, as you can see, oops, normally we are supposed to see a value, but it's not working. Okay, let's see. So here what we are saying is we still want this password. Okay, so normally we are supposed to see it. So let me enter something and we hit on this, and it's not working. Okay, after digging a little bit, I found out that the reason why it's not working is simply because every time we hit on this button, okay, it will recompose this screen. Okay, and that's the reason why we get an empty text field. Okay, so what we need to do, we simply want to launch this app. Okay, so and before launching the app, what we can do, we are supposed to go inside this content view, and instead of this content view, what we want to call this login view. Okay, because right now if I launch this app, it will show this content view. Okay, let us launch the app, and as you guys can see, we simply have this on hello world. Okay, so we don't want this hello world, so what we want to call our login view. Okay, so login view, and here we need to provide an email and password. Okay, so here you can simply provide a password and an email. Okay, so here it's gonna to be email, and here we want to provide this email. So here for email, want to call this email, and we want to do the same thing for the password. Okay, perfect. So now if we launch the app, okay, normally our code is supposed to work. So let's see. So now let's enter a password. Okay, if I enter something, and if we hit on this, okay, as you guys can see, we're able to either toggle it or untoggle it. Okay, so with this, that's it for this video, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.